You know, Auburn, I got to think about it. They got, what, 3 or 4 rival games that they play every year.
Yep.
Our biggest rival is what, Auburn and LSU?
Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, in Tennessee, that's true. Now Texas is going to become a rival.
Yep.
A&M has been in the past. Ole Miss was a rival there for a while.
Mm-hmm. But we don't see them every year now.
Yeah, I know. What's our schedule this year coming up? Are we playing all the same teams again, or is there gonna be some different ones this year? I mean, I know like them small schools we play, they're probably different schools, but
Well, yeah, but we're not gonna start. We're not gonna play small schools anymore. We're playing. We're gonna start doing home and homes with big schools.
really,
Like you remember last year we went to Wisconsin. Well, they're coming to us this year.
yeah.
So hold on. We play Florida State in Florida State to begin the year, and then we come home play UL Monroe, and then we play Alabama, Wisconsin. Then we go to Georgia. Then Vandy comes to us, and we go to Missouri, play Tennessee at home, go to South Carolina, LSU at home. That's the game I want us to go to.
LSU.
Yeah. Oklahoma comes to us, Eastern Illinois, and then Auburn. We play Auburn in Jordan here. So,
You about to play this game?
yep. I is.
I'm gonna probably go back here a little bit and put the Pocono race on.
10-4.
I'm gonna watch some of this video.
As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy. in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Here's the handoff. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Strikes the blow. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ellington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job here.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Now they'll run the draw. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to pass, it's Gage. Fires to the big fella. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He makes the connection. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Perkins. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
At the 35, he's open. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Hey, you there, Dawson?
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting
They
on
wanted
you
to strike first and strike hard,
for
and they
10
were able
minutes.
to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats.
This game shouldn't take too long. He ain't even online, you little bitch. Yeah. Yeah, it's already, the 1st
Now,
quarter's
the
already
Chargers
done.
here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Liar.
Hot hand.
Hey,
The big defensive tackles.
oh, Snapchat? I didn't know you sent it on Snap. Nigga, we communicate 12 different ways.
They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the
Little
chest.
dust bag, bitch.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Gage.
Oh my
All
fucking
kinds
god.
of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking down the middle. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to throw it again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
It doesn't notify me because I don't have my notifications on certain apps. So you're wrong.
Getting a little bit of confidence, this passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is...
I just realized this was Campbell Williams Field.
About to kick it away after
Earl
scoring
Campbell,
the
Ricky
touchdown.
Williams. Legends.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red
Oh,
zone.
my
There's no need to
God.
panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Should it?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Oh my fucking God.
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone.
So now, just shut the fuck up. Why aren't you talking? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
A play by this
You whole
defense.
messages ain't even showing up. Horse shit, I know.
Exactly what you're supposed
Super
to.
horse
Breaks
shit.
on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense.
Wide receiver would not come back to the football.
Blocks, so my guy can get it and take it back to the
Clemson. How are they only number 14? It's crazy.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6.
Watch that little bitch.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Right.
Quarterback checking the play.
Hey, it is what it is, my boy.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason...
I mean, that's all my fucking games this year, though.
Consistently year in,
Close
year out
fucking
at the
games.
quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely
It's
well.
the SEC
They
for you.
coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate
Flag.
on the field right now.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down.
Holding right here, you ready?
So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's
God.
they knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity.
Ha!
Defense comes up with it.
I try to throw it away.
He's got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's made one already.
Miss.
This one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can hurt too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking,
What the
taking advantage of those matchups.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Ball don't lie,
Well, he was
bitch.
hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He will step out of
No
bounds,
flag.
but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so hard
Love to
defend
see
these
it.
guys. You know, it's first and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. They're trying to
God
get to
damn
it.
it.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they'll put that score
What the
on
fuck
the
happened? This was an insane throw. I think I got tipped into my hand. It did. Hell yeah. I'll take that fucking luck.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game
What?
because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
Look at this shit.
And
It's
I
fucking
get it.
crazy.
A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to throw, it's Gage. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Boots his 1st of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Gonna let it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he drops the throw. Forced out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick strike complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Alabama quickly back to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Quick release by the QB. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Alabama will get the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass. On second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to beat the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
At the 45 on his way. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
The Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Gage. On target over the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. That makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He'll keep it himself. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game. He now has 80 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Now on the option. Quick toss. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion.
Oh my
here.
fucking God.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
Can't make a fucking 6-yard field goal though.
Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend.
UT
TSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome. But this young man under center today has shown some moxie.
I swear to God, dude.
Born in San Antonio. They're trailing by 13 to Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything big happens.
Why is that big news?
Oh, and how about that?
Like, Colorado State is the better team. God forbid a quarterback fumble against me.
Now on second down and short. Leaves it in the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum.
Boo me,
not only of a
bitch.
series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying
Come on.
to do is create negative plays.
Yay!
Behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive.
Thank God he didn't somehow
Once you
catch
get
that.
those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
I would have straight crashed out, bro.
Amen.
Bruh.
Stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Alrighty.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes it a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff. It's Toppin. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Oh, yeah.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He now has 91 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the plug.
Thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
3rd and inches. When your will, your heart, your desire is put to the test. To the ground to try to pick up the first.
Good job, 75.
Tackled, but it'll be a fresh
Doing
set of downs.
fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save
This
as
dude's
much
such a
time as
beast.
possible for their offense. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Put away drive, baby.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a...
He lost it high and deep.
I covered deep, by the way.
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas.
Cover 9, cover deep.
Made the snag and
Didn't matter.
stole his way into the end zone.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense of getting in the end zone. Now, you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, get the football back to get back in this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick.
Kiki high, boy.
Perfectly, and they secure the football. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Toppin.
But you won't hit him,
And
motherfucker.
a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Defense uses their timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Toss sweep to the left. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
Another one possession win.
Fireworks in this one. A lot
I'll
of
take it.
points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses will just boom.
Monster.
So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jason.
Uncle Lane, go to bed.
These coaching staffs and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this
Tempo.
was going to be a tough
Uncle Lane, go to bed, man.
task ahead of them.
Huh?
So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses.
I said go to bed.
Man, we saw that here.
I'll tell you that time. I'll tell you the same way every time.
For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.
Bed, where'd you catch today? Get back, Chris.
See, there again, that's something else I told Sam to do, and he did not do it. 'Cause I was cleaning out the damn shitter.
Really?
Yeah, I told him to go feed the cat. I'm trying to get him in a habit of doing it every time he's here. Back in the beginning, he was